sounded like
Spokane accent.
I have no idea. It's just like, okay. And he sounded just like some stoner white kid that was just fucking working behind the counter.
He's like, okay, one large pizza.
Seriously, and every time he would speak, he'd go, okay.
I wonder if they do that. They got to do that shit on purpose.
I sound more Asian when I'm doing it.
Okay. There's no way I could be in any service industry because I would do that shit all the time. I'd be like, so you're going to get the 24 and the 26. You want rice with that?
I really like, you know what? That is a Spokane thing, the okay. Because when I was getting my car, remember? What's his name? The guy that sold us our cars. He'd go, okay.
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 Okay. There's so many different okays.
That guy just, this depends on, they're like, oh, how do you say okay? You're north side, south side?
North side is okay.
Okay.
Oh, man. So funny.
Or okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I say sure a lot, I've realized. When people are talking to me and I'm listening to them, I go, sure, sure, sure.
I feel like...
And I do both versions. I don't even do just
that.
one.
By the way, that's my catchphrase.
What, sure?
I feel like. I say that for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like we need pizza. I feel like maybe we need to change this.
You're open with your feelings.
That's true. That's what it means. I feel
you're
like...
announcing your feelings that you're having and what you want.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion. I have an emotion about it.
Your mom probably taught you that at a young age.
Yeah.
She was like, tell me what you want. Use your words. How do you feel?
Yeah. And then she'd be like, you're perfect and handsome and don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. And I was like, okay.
Oh, man. Yep. So last night was super fun. Got to do my first AGC meeting. Got to see...
AGC.
To go through a walkthrough of a bar that is going to be up and running pretty soon.
It's pretty neat.
So that was fun. And then what else? Oh,
You get to do fun stuff sometimes. That's pretty neat.
I know. I do like that part of my job. I was telling Madison
You
that.
like to mingle and shit.
I love like all the fun marketing parts of my job. Parts of my job that I hate right now is that Spokane has a 1.8% of unemployed people, and the 1.8% that's not employed is unemployed for a reason, is what I've decided.
That's a pretty low unemployment.
Super fucking low. And so as a recruiter, that kind of sucks because...
You want a large unemployment?
Yeah. Well, only because we have so many jobs to be filled. So that's the thing. There's more jobs than there are people.
God damn.
And so it's this weird, fucked up mess. And not a lot of people want to pay more because they realize that candidates are far and few between. They want to pay them minimum. But the candidates, the people that aren't employed, the unemployed, know that they're worth more because there's not enough of them. So the ones that are smart enough to go job seeking basically come out of the woodworks and go, I want $15, no less. And I'm like, okay, motherfucker, but there's nothing out here except for $13.
Yeah.
Maybe. And through me, it's 12 because no one wants to pay extra for a candidate that's probably going to suck.
Yeah.
So,
and they're paying fees and all that.
Exactly. So it's just this weird market that's messed up. And then there's other businesses that are running out of work because it's winter. And so those people...
Yeah, shit slows down a little bit.
Like, it's just so weird because there's huge layoffs that go off in companies. But then in those layoffs, I think those people that already had jobs and were doing them well instantly have jobs with another company. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard not to because they are the last of the Mohicans.
Damn.
Like, so it's just this weird up and down thing. And right now, dealing with the people I'm dealing with, it's just kind of disheartening. It's a bummer sometimes. Like, I met a fucking white supremacist.
That was cool.
Last week. I mean, it's exciting. Like, there's stuff that, like it is. Like,
I mean, it, like, spoke to me, and we, like, really clicked.
I was like, oh, my God, you're a part of the KKK? I'm the missing link.
The missing link? What the fuck? Oh, because they don't believe in evolution.
Yeah.
Ow.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Okay.
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 But yeah, so I met this guy and he comes in. It was so fucking weird because This is what drives me crazy about my sixth sense, whatever they want to call it, when you can tell that someone's off.
Yeah. Third eye.
So my third eye does not stay open. I see someone cry.
Blinky, blinky.
Third eye blinks. It goes to sleep. And so...
And when not, fucking third eye blind.
So this guy calls the day before he comes in, and he goes, I'm about to have a kid. I need to get my shit together. I need a good paying job, and I need to get in with a company. A lot of I need us. And so I say, yeah, sure, schedule him, whatever. He comes in, and he's my last interview of the day. And he sits down, and we're talking, and I was like, okay, so you have some welding experience, and I'm going down, like, the list of his resume. I get down to one of them, and I kind of look at where he worked or where he got his degree or whatever, or his certifications, and it has, like, the, not Sacramento, correction facility, but it's, like, the acronym of, like, a penitentiary.
Yeah.
And so I look
Probably
at
better
it,
that you don't have these details.
and I was like, fuck. I was like, I've seen those before somewhere. And then I asked him, I was like, well, can you pass background? And he was like, sure. And then he was like, you know, and then I asked drugs, and he was like, yeah, I can pass drug screen, no problem. And then he looks at me, and he kind of starts to get teary-eyed. And I was like, oh, like I didn't know what to do. And then he was like, I'm sorry, I have a baby on the way, and I never thought that was possible. He's like, so I'm just kind of emotional. Mind you, totally left this part out. Tattooed from his fucking forehead all the way down his neck. And he's got a button up on that's covering
So like on his scalp?
Yeah.
So you were
from here.
Okay. You didn't notice this?
To here. No, I noticed. I noticed the tattoos, but welders are fucking weird.
Okay.
Sometimes I get a welder and they're tattooed from the head all the way down to their toes.
Yeah.
But they're good welders and they're good people.
Yeah.
They work hard.
Yeah.
This guy, however,
They just, you know.
I'm looking at his tattoos, and he starts to cry, and I kind of get a little teary-eyed for him, too, because I'm like, oh, this guy with fucking tattoos
Seemed like a little Irish pride going on.
Yeah, and then so I look at his tattoos on his head, and I'm like, wow, those are really Celtic. And then he turns around, and I'm pretty sure there's like a weird, it's a Celtic, but going into a swastika.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. And then so he leaves, and I'm wondering if maybe I just saw it wrong. I don't have my glasses on.
Fair enough.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So
maybe he's really into like Eastern culture.
Who knows?
You know.
I don't know. And it's like maybe you did go to prison at some point in your life, but it could be wiped off your record, and it could be something stupid. So I go into the room. I go into my desk, my office space. And I look at my coworker, and I'm like, God, he was surprisingly really nice and really professional. Did not expect that. and then because my sixth sense, I was like, you know what? I don't trust myself, so I'm just going to look him up before I send him to a bunch of clients.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I look up his name, and the first thing that pops up is his name, but his middle name is in quotation marks called Evil. And I was like,
ooh, fun.
Well, this is interesting. So,
are you in a band?
so I click on him.
Mr. Evil.
And it's like some gangs.com website or whatever.
Hotgangbangers.com.
And there's a picture of him. And then it has a picture. There's another like article too. And there's a picture of his chest. And it says, Dreams of White Supremacy. He has a massive swastika on his back. He has tons of fucking just white supremacy tattoos all over the back of his skull.
His head was like, well, it's that the stuff you can get away with are like clovers, like you said, the Celtic or Celtic, as you know.
What, are you saying I made that up?
No, it's like Caribbean or Caribbean. It's potato, depending on how you ever want to say it.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, a lot of Celtic symbolism, clovers, which isn't too weird. If you've gone to prison, though, it's probably because you're a skinhead.
Yeah. So, no, it was just too much. And so I read all of this stuff, and then I find an article where he had shot at 2 black kids One had a baby in the back of his car, grazed him and his friend.
Jesus.
Shot glass shards into the baby's face, all over her body. And the officer that came on scene said that it was one of the worst hate crimes he had ever seen. And it was in like, it's not Apple Valley. What is it? Not Applegate. Not Apple Way.
Christina Applegate?
No, it's a place in California.
I'm just kidding.
Apple
Valley.
No, I just said that. It's not Apple Valley. Now I'm mad at Marty. But
go on. It's a place.
So anyways, it's a place in California, Lancaster. That's where it is.
Ah, now you can find him, and now we're going to get sued.
No, we won't. It's fucking public knowledge. So my question is, though, is there's...
Still want the skinheads after us. I'm brown. You're half.
Fuck that shit. Oh, pow, pow, pew,
we're armed
pew,
to the teeth.
Pew. I'll just rip those guitar strings off. Just
decapitation.
Yeah.
Right from the penis.
But yeah, so I look up this whole article. The officer says it was one of the worst hate crimes he had ever seen.
That's awful. It
was just this awful scenario. And this guy went from being born and raised in the KKK to, Hell's Angels, KKK, Peckerwoods, and then went to the Nazi lowriders.
Damn.
So, what is that? 4 or 5 different fucking affiliations.
He's a social butterfly.
And then, so when his collar was buttoned up to here, he's got the fucking word skinhead written on his neck.
Jesus.
And I was like, well, I'm going to say I can't place this guy because, one, I'm not going to send a white supremacist anywhere. You shot at people because of their race. Somehow you're out of prison. I don't understand how, because he was supposed to serve. That's not the only thing he did. There's other things he did too.
Yeah.
But that will obviously say what he did. And he was supposed to serve 4 life sentences.
Damn.
He did not, because he would be 160 years old, according to how long his term was supposed to be. So
that's fucking crazy.
Then the story gets better. Then he's like, well, because he was in the interview room still. And so then he tells me, he's like, not while I find all of this out, but he tells me during his interview, he was like,
I hate Mexicans.
So, but seriously, like, what would he have done if I was black or full on Mexican? Like, I can't imagine that interview going well at all. Because if I were black or super
That's
Mexican,
crazy.
I would know exactly what those symbols mean on him. That's like, it's common knowledge.
How do racists have small talk? They're like, man, how about this weather we're having, huh? You hate bags?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, he was so fucking normal during our conversation.
Maybe he's trying to change. Maybe he's trying to, change his shit up.
Well, then you should probably get your tattoos removed or wear makeup. I don't know. Like, figure something out.
Yeah.
Wear a beanie.
Maybe try to get your picture off of
games.com.
Yeah.
So
hotgangbangers.com.
So he tells me that his girlfriend, wife, whatever, is pregnant, and he said, well, once she's ready to go back to work, I'll have her come in and bring a resume in. She has a lot of government clearance.
Oh.
And I was like, so then after I find all of this out, then I'm like, who the fuck is your girlfriend? And did she get you out of prison somehow?
There it is.
Because I'm curious.
Oh my God.
And then
I know his girlfriend.
And then his ID has a Post Falls, Idaho address, but it's a California ID.
I figured it out. He's witness protection program.
But if he was in a witness protection program, he wouldn't be looking for a job.
No,
she is.
No, you can look for a job at witness protection.
But his name's the same. He would have to change his name. Everything would have to change.
But they might just, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just move you, relocate you, and you're in a new area. Plus, if he's dating Chelsea Clinton, which I know he is, she can get him out of a lot of shit.
Although she could also have him murdered like Jeffrey Epstein.
He obviously killed himself with the dental floss.
Ooh, I almost pulled my neck because I got so excited about that burn.
What the fuck?
Oh.
You actually did hurt your neck, didn't you?
I did.
Fucking old lady.
Fuck you.
It's okay. My neck hurts too.